This episode is brought to you by Anchor.fm. If you haven't heard of Anchor, you should definitely check them out. It's a super easy tool that anyone can use to create and distribute their podcast. It has everything you need, and you can do it all from your computer or even your phone. Need your podcast cover art? There's a tool. Music and sound effects? They have you covered. Want to record on the fly? It's easy with the app. Now you may be saying to yourself, I already have a podcast. No worries, just create your account, upload, and publish to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Looking for some walking around money? Anchor connects you with advertisers who match your brand. It's a one-stop shop for all of your podcasting needs. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hello and welcome to BizQuik. I'm Julie.
And I'm Corey.
And on this special Black Friday edition of our podcast, we have Josh Naranjo, who's the co-founder of Ava Dean Beauty.
That's right. You're listening to BizQuik. This is where Julie and Corey provide quick and useful information to small business owners. BizQuik is the podcast where small business owners get to showcase their businesses and receive expert advice and guidance in areas many entrepreneurs struggle with. And you, the listener, get solutions, tips, and tricks on real-world topics that many small business owners face. Julie and Corey are the experts small businesses hire when they need solutions. And the BizQuik podcast is just one way they deliver those solutions. Let's start the show.
Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How you doing?
Oh, getting ready to get this launch on. The moment we've been waiting for, anticipating for years.
Yeah, that's exciting. You've got your launch starting on Cyber Monday, so that's got to be pretty hair-raising, pretty exciting for you.
Oh, absolutely. We're trying to cross our T's and dot our I's at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got a lot of last minute things occurring as you're getting ready for, what is it? It's a noon Eastern time unveiling, right?
Yeah, noon Eastern time. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can get some more people to come on board with us and watch us unveil myavadean.com.
So tell us a little bit about what Ava Dean is.
So My Ava Dean Beauty was an idea that was kind of inspired by my partner, AJ McLean, and his hobby with his daughters, if you want to call it a hobby. But what he likes to do with his daughters is paint their nails. And he's always wanted to launch a nail polish line since he's been wearing nail polish for the past 20 years, pretty adequately manicured herself. So kind of saw something where we're like, hey, why don't we do something with your little girls? And, this is kind of like a really cool thing between a father and a daughter. Some guys are maybe a little bit hesitant to do something like that, but, hey, you're cool. You're a big time artist and you have no problem doing it. So let's just see what we can do about this.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And for listeners that don't know, aren't big boy band followers, AJ is from the Backstreet Boys. So how do you know AJ?
Oh, how do I know AJ? So I started working for the Backstreet Boys back at nearly end of 2007, beginning of 2008. Started touring with them and doing their, doing personal security. Started out with Howie D, and then I was changed over to AJ. So I've been with AJ since 2014 on his personal security detail, and yeah, now we're here.
That's crazy. So you went from personal security to launching a line of nail polish. That's been a pretty interesting switch for you.
Yeah, it's just like I went to school to become a musician, and I became a bodyguard. And now I'm a bodyguard trying to sell beauty products.
So what's this been like for you? So we've been working with you since probably June or July, I think. Tell the listeners what this has been like for you over the last 4 months as you really started to amp up and we've gotten very close to the launch. How the excitement, how scary it's been, like, what has it been like?
Truly an emotional roller coaster. Going from, having everything up in my head and not knowing how to organize it on paper so it looked like something that we can actually do. It's been about 5 years or so since AJ and I shook hands on this. and took this pretty strongly and responsible, because I said, wow, I'm gonna have to learn nail polish. I know zip about nail polish. I know my mother put on nail polish on her fingers, but that's about it at the time. So I took the opportunity to start researching nail polish, understanding the industry, the business side of it, how well it does, doing market research to see if this is something that we should even be getting into. So with doing some market research into this, just like you should do with any product, is find out the ups and downs of the business, what sales might be like, is it recession proof? What truly is recession proof? But you're going to see what your demographics are. Do you have access to the people that actually purchase whatever you want to sell? So I found out that, obviously Backstreet Boys fans is a 90+% female fan basis, and a group of people that, from what I saw over the years, wore nail polish. So it was a quick question to start asking fans, if you're interacting, with them, at a show, and say, hey, what do you think about nail polish? And do you like wearing nail polish, etc. And of course, it's always, yes, I love wearing nail polish. So it increased my vision that, hey, this is really going to start to work really well. And then from there, it's then finding out sourcing. We went to source out bottles to see what costs are going to be, what the shape is going to be. Because I'll say this, that originally, I thought we were going to get this product launched and up and ready in 6 months. I was like, well, this has got to be easy. We're going to just source some bottles, throw some paint in there, design it, package it, ship it out. But that is far from the case. You really do have to consider what the bottles look like, where they come from, are they good quality? Then you're worrying about the paint. The paint is really important because you're putting a chemical onto your body. So if find out who the best provider would be out there for the paint. Obviously, packaging these days, as we know, is super, super important. The experience that what you're giving to people. So we've doing the research on that and finding out what works. There, and just asking questions, just asking tons of questions from professionals. If it's the nail technicians, people that I've met in the industry, in the nail polish industry, have just been absolutely amazing. Talk about people maybe even outside the industry, but people like you guys. So basically, there you go. But you know what? Enough out of this ramble on. Let you guys. You have more questions for me?
There's so many places that we could go with this. We've been, like I said, we've been working with you for a while now. And one of the things that is very obvious is that a large part of your ability to get things done is because of the network that you have. You have a really strong network. And you want to talk a little bit, tell our listeners about the importance of that network to you and how that's helped you move the needle on getting this product launched.
So truly your value is in your network. I have, again, zero experience in nail polish world and or starting up a business. So I had to turn to people that were in my world that I maintain friendships with, or just, hey, let's just exchange business cards kind of thing, and kind of shaking trees to see who I can talk to. So we were through some of AJ's contacts as well. We were able to get some industry experts and turn to them and say, hey, who should we go to? What should we do? And they would kind of at least give you the at least the path. They can show you the water, but they can't force you to drink it. So there was a lot of that.
And then from there, you went to school for music, got into personal security, and now you're launching a line of nail polish, which you didn't know anything about. And it's safe to assume that you've never started a business before. So how did that help when you were utilizing your network?
By doing almost everything opposite that I thought I should be doing, by listening to these people in the networks. It really just, again, came down to them. It's finding out, having a team of advisors kind of say, hey, what's the first step? And it's off to the races after that.
Yeah. So we know you through networking, right? We met you through a mutual friend who suggested that you talk to us, and you have pretty much everybody that right now you're working with as we get closer and closer to this launch is the result of networking and being able to leverage people and who people know and everybody coming together, which is a huge testament to why people really need to work on relationships, because at the end of the day, relationships are what help people move forward. And you're a great testament to that. I would also say, I just want to touch on that, over the course of working with you, we've really seen you go from being almost in some ways really unsure of moves to make and decision making, to being this really like confident business owner. Like, you are going to be a great business owner because you're growing, you're learning, you are not afraid to ask questions, you're not afraid to make mistakes, which when you're an entrepreneur, you can't be afraid to make mistakes because things move quickly. And you just have demonstrated so much over the past several months of how good of a business owner you are going to be.
Okay, so your network is really important. You are not going to be able to do everything. Super, super important to remember that. You might be really good and might be really smart, but something's going to fall through the cracks. So you really do have to rely on your team that you're working with, aka your network, just like Corey and Julie did with myself. They actually very recently, as in maybe 48 hours ago, had to be real with me and say, hey, you're starting to get looks like you're getting flustered. We're falling back upon things. Things are not meeting the dates that we've set the tasks for. What can we do to help? And that's what you guys really did for me. And it helped me stop and go, hey, these people are here to help me. Like there's no, I don't think that I can do everything, but I am sometimes a little afraid to ask people for help at times because I just don't want to bother them. You guys have been that good to me that I feel like it's almost abusive, but this is what you guys do professionally. This is what you feel. This is your comfort zone, your expertise. So thank you guys for that anyway. As a side note, prop to you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. But let's get back into Ava Dean and what's going on in your world. So we got this pre-sale coming up. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? What all is involved? What's going to happen? Just kind of give everybody an idea of everybody who's listening what to expect when they go and buy some nail polish on Monday.
So we're going to be releasing 4 shades on Monday and a clear top and base coat. The rest we're gonna have to keep a secret as far as shades goes because we want to keep everybody in a little bit of suspense here. We're really excited. These shades are matching up to my partner and his family, so you'll get a little bit of an insight to what they like to wear as well. There is a contest. If you sign up before the 30th, you will be entered into a meet and greet with AJ on Looped. So what does it cost you? Nothing. Sign up, get a chance to say hi to AJ, possibly in person on Looped. Wow, we're just really stoked about this. I mean, I don't even have words maybe for this.
Right. So one of the things that we know is happening because we've been working with you is that you are launching this pre-sale is coming with limited edition bottles that will not be available again, maybe ever, certainly not for some period of time. Tell the listeners about those limited edition bottles and why they're so special.
So these bottles, we spent quite a bit of time figuring out, what would be really nice for the market to introduce to everyone and feel, great quality and whatnot. So what better of a place to go to than Italy for great quality and design? Like they are probably the world's leader in fashion. So they understand that, and nail polish and fashion go hand in hand. So these bottles have a soft touch feel to them. So when you're able to touch them and feel nice, there's an overcap to it. There is a brush with a cap underneath that to kind of give you a good grip on when you're painting your own nails. So we don't know if it's ever going to come back. This is just kind of a little bit of a time where we're going to give more mystery to you guys.
Nice. I'm sure that the the fans and customers will be excited about that, to be able to get one of those limited editions. I know I'm going to order some. Me personally, I am definitely ordering some.
I'm not ordering any, so.
What if we send you a promo code, Corey?
Still not going to order any. But yeah, back to the bottles and the presale and just like why everything's kind of going the direction it is right now. Like, we know, since we've been working with you, I don't know how many times we need to say that. I think everybody's well aware of that. That the reason that the bottles might be a kind of a one-time run, not the polish, just this particular design, is because of supply chain issues. Whether it's production, sourcing, logistics, all of that. And launching a business this year just seemed like a crazy idea to begin with. So can you tell us a little bit about why you're going the direction that you're going right now?
Why we're doing a pre-sale is we really need to see how far this is going. We weren't about to go and buy 1 million bottles, because what happens if everyone was just like, no, we're good. Now I'm responsible for 1 million bottles sitting somewhere. And yeah, I personally, I'm not that wealthy enough to take on that kind of responsibility. Just be very frank about it. But I just do believe with the high quality paint that we're getting, for the nail polish, like, this has been, again, years of research, years of reaching out to the network and figuring out what would be the best formula for the customer. Being that I was so new to the business, or any business for that fact, I wanted to kind of take time with this and take baby steps. So, we're putting this pre-sale out to really get a vibe for how well we might do. And so please don't get discouraged if this sells out and, hey, it's going to be a little bit time. I'm just trying to be very realistic and real with everyone. It's going to take time to get supplies reordered. I'm sure there's other products out there that people have had to wait after a sellout time. This year has been a heck of a year for the whole entire globe. Our bottles were delayed for quite a long time because they were in Italy. And as the globe knows, Italy took a really hard hit, especially northern Italy, where the bottles are from. So delays happen. So, I hope that you all can take this journey with me and be patient and get to hopefully enjoy the product that we put out.
Yeah. And this is exciting because, you've got there's a lot of really good and suspenseful things mixed in here, which makes for a great product launch, right? You've got these limited edition, beautiful bottles that are coming from Italy. You've got the 4 shades in the top and base coat, and those 4 shades have not been revealed yet. So until the site launches on the 30th, people won't know what those shades are that they can even purchase. You're sending it in the theme of AJ and his adventures with his 2 daughters, Ava and Lyric Dean, which is who the product is named after, or the business is named after. You're launching this in time for the pre-sale. Ships just in time for Valentine's Day, so that daddies and daughters can paint their nails together and all of that, real family time. So it's built around this family type of stuff, and you have limited quantities, which really, there's not this first go round. The colors are a surprise. The bottles are limited edition, and there's a limited supply available. So these are things that fans and customers are really going to want to act fast to get a hold of. And you've got a whole bunch of promo things built in with AJ, which make for a really great product launch. Nice strategy.
Oh, 100%. And we're really thankful to even have the opportunity to present it to the world, and to especially the Backstreet Boys fans, who are such a great fan bases, very supportive over the years. The whispers about us starting it and hearing hey, we can't wait till it happens, and then seeing everyone's wonderful replies now, oh my gosh, it's here, can't wait. This is something that we would love to share, something especially with women who now can have a product from one of their let's say teen idols or whatnot at that point, put out something that they use on the everyday. A man understanding that, girls wear this and it's okay to put it on, their daughters' nails especially. So tug a little bit at everyone's heartstrings on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Will there ever be, and maybe this is another tease that you don't want to tell the listeners, but we're kind of curious, will there ever be a collaboration with the Backstreet Boys on colors?
And we're going to tease that answer real quick to let our friend Chad tell you about his business, Munster Milling.
Hey guys, Chad with Munster here. And if you don't know about us, we're a fourth generation family owned dog food company out of Munster, Texas. We've been making dog food for 4 generations here. We care about your pets. We know your pets, and we can feed your pets. Go to munstermilling.com. We've got some Black Friday specials going on right now. We've got doorbusters that start on Thursday and in Friday morning, and we'll have deals running all week long. We'll have small business and Cyber Monday deals. Go to munstermilling.com to check it out.
All right, let's see what Josh has to say about possibly expanding the brand.
Well, if we have some really good sales and, this is something that we can interest, them with, that would be awesome. So at the moment, hey, we're just going to see where this goes.
Yeah, didn't the Backstreet Boys just recently have the 20th anniversary of Black and Blue?
Yes. Wow, that would be an amazing idea to put out there. So, yeah, wow. If you guys don't mind, I might borrow that from you too.
Yeah, no,
I do not mind. I do not mind.
On Monday, when Julie and hopefully thousands of other Backstreet Boy fans log on to purchase their nail polish on Monday, can you tell them what to expect in terms of like delivery time and all that stuff?
So what you can expect on Monday is that this is a pre-sale. Again, I can't stress that enough. We won't be able to ship out until the first day of February. So please sit tight, be patient. In the meantime, we'll obviously be giving updates via the Ava Dean Instagram and myavadeen.com. We'll keep you guys on the loop. You will receive an email, confirmation email, once you do the purchase, and then you'll get a separate email when your order's been shipped with a tracking number. So you'll be able to count down again the hours or days until your package arrives.
What happens if I'm in Italy and I want to buy some of your nail polish?
Well, unfortunately, at the moment, we won't be able to ship internationally. This will only be available in the US and Canada due to the chemicals that are in the bottle. We cannot ship overseas. But the great news is that we're working right at this moment. We're working with our partners overseas to get distribution to places like Europe, South America, and Asia. So stay tuned. It's coming, everyone.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal when you're talking about, nail polish or anything in like the cosmetics or beauty line. When you've got, chemicals and things like that, liquids, that's normal that you do a launch in one country and then you expand to others. So hopefully anybody who's buying and all the fans recognize that it's coming to them eventually. I want to shift gears a little bit, if it's okay. And I want to ask you kind of a 2-part question. The first part being, what has been the biggest struggle for you like that learning experience of launching a new business, and what has been the most rewarding for you?
If we're going to talk about what's the biggest struggle is kind of, prior to meeting you guys, was trying to figure this out on my own. It's definitely not easy, and you can really begin to doubt yourself what you can do, because it just takes so much time that, how long can you really work on something before you have to say, let's move on? So the greatest moment is saying, hey, we've set a date to launch something, and it darn near needs to be ready by Monday, November 30th. So that this has become kind of the high point of meeting an amazing team to kind of get that date finally set, became real. And I think it'll become even more real the first day that, we get confirmation on the first package going out to our first customer.
Yeah, I hear this a lot. I'm in a lot of like networking groups for entrepreneurs, and people always talk about, those early stages. And I have said this to you a number of times over the past week, is just make sure you take time to enjoy the process, because it's going to go really fast, but it's also really fun. And as odd as it sounds, for as much of a struggle as it can be sometimes, you're going to look back at this and be like, that was fun. I missed that. I want to launch another. I want to start another business because this was fun.
This is definitely an adrenaline. If you're an adrenaline junkie, this is definitely for you. Even if you're not an adrenaline junkie, again, having the right people in place, you can get out what you're thinking or what you're trying to sell. So this has definitely been a fun process, and just seeing everything come alive every day. And then even after we're done, even having our meetings and watch each task get completed and watch your team check off things. It's just a very satisfying feeling.
Yeah. And I think that's, a goal that a lot of people are kind of thinking about right now with everything that's been going on this year, that they want to, they might be looking to start their own business, start a side hustle, whatever, diversify their income in some way. So what advice or cheerleading would you give to somebody who's unsure, because they may have never started a business before, that they're, they don't know what to do, but they know they want to do something?
2020 has been a year that everyone has gotten a pass to pursue dreams, pursue ideas, pursue projects with zero judgment, because the time, almost as if the world stopped time for a moment until we can get past this hiccup that we have in our history. So if a guy like me who has zero experience and never wore nail polish a day in his life, that should be a testimony to you that if you have a passion, that's even better, because you just work that much harder at it. And don't take that wrong. I worked really hard to get to where I'm at right now, but reach out, do your research. Thank you, Google, for being a free service that you can just over and over look up things. And if it's not there, start asking, put it on Instagram. Do what I did. I was like, our friend Matt, he's the, I put out there, hey, I need some people to help me write a business plan. And little did I know that it would turn into like, hey, these people are actually going to, be my consultants. Like they're going to be my push at the end of the day. So things will just start, falling into place, but truly don't give up, because, you have a few hiccups along the way.
And I just want to say that there was a small lie in there, because I do know one.
Thank God, I was going to call you on it as well.
There's at least one story that AJ told where you have worn nail polish. So.
Okay.
I swear I was going to say the exact same thing.
Okay, there's been more than one time. But at least a few times, like a few out of those times, it's been like, with Ava, Lyric wasn't born just yet, but it was to kind of like, hey, I painted her nails, she painted mine. We were in the studio with AJ was recording, and it was perfect timing. And, Rochelle was there as well. So we got to sit there, and she, painted the nails. And of course, photos got snuck. And I was like, oh, dang, I've been caught. So, and then it's actually, the product itself, like I had to put on, I had to like see, does this really match the description? Like, what is this? I want to make sure whatever you're putting on your hands is, or I'm trying to sell you, is what I describe it to be, or sorry, not me, but what we describe it to be.
Yeah. Well, as a business owner, you find yourself doing some things that you never thought you would do. I know both Corey and I over the past 8 months have done some things that we thought, I never envisioned myself doing this, but that's what happens. And that's just being a really good business owner. Josh, tell our listeners how they can find Ava Dean and what it is that you need them to do for Monday.
Well, you can first go to myavadean.com, where you can sign up, again, not to forget, sign up for that contest to win the meet and greet with AJ. You can find us on Instagram at Ava Dean Beauty. You can find us on Twitter at Ava Dean Beauty, on Facebook at Ava Dean Beauty, and TikTok for all those younger people out there that loves TikTok, Ava Dean Beauty.
Nice. So thank you, Josh, for being with us today. And before we, start to wrap the show, there is one thing that I think Corey and I both want to touch on. And as we move into Black Friday and the holiday season, it is so important, given the year that small business owners have had, that you shop small businesses this holiday season. Make sure that you are giving them business, and that there are so many ways to support small businesses that don't even involve money. You can do things like reviewing, and what are some other things people can do, Corey, to support small businesses?
I mean, if you can't give them money, you can give them your feedback. You can tell a friend, like if you buy something and you really like it, tell somebody where to buy it, send them the link to that person's website and not the Amazon link. Amazon's got enough of our money this year.
Absolutely. You can follow them on social media, like their posts, share their posts. There's just a lot of things you can do that don't cost money that really help small business owners. And just keep in mind, Saturday is Small Business Saturday. Shop small businesses this Saturday and help support all of those small business owners, and do it on Black Friday as well, and Cyber Monday.
Yeah, well, thank you, Josh, again for coming on the show and working with us the past couple of months. And thanks to our listeners as well, and everything from the show and the ways that you can reach out to Josh. Those will be in the show notes.
Yes, and you can connect with us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook. And you can reach us on sbpace.com as well as bizquickpodcast.com.
And don't forget to subscribe to our pod, like us, and speaking of reviews, give us a review. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. We're happy to consider it all.
Yes, we do love feedback. You can reach out about topics as well on our website, bizquickpodcast.com. If there's topics or guests that you would like us to get, go ahead and let us know that. And we wrote a book. It happens to be a #1 bestseller, and you can buy it on Amazon. After we just got to telling you not to shop there, now we're going to say, go to Amazon and buy our book, because it really is the only place you can buy it. And oh, by the way, it has a companion workbook.
And that's it for our podcast. And I'm Corey.
I'm Julie.
And this was BizQuik, helping small businesses across America.